Okay, so let's talk about this. This is one of these problems that's labeled two different ways. I'm going to call this CPD 16 because that's the permanent label. So let's see. Oh, so the problem is, I just covered up the problem. So if VW is a counterclockwise ordering, okay, all right, so let's draw that picture. Here's V, and here's W, and these are, so I say V comma W is counterclockwise. So the question is, what can we conclude about the ordering of the following three vectors that are sort of kind of the same as, well, E3 is the first one. Let me draw that one first. So E3. But then the next one is kind of V. It's just it's got a 0 attached to it. So that's V1, V2, 0. And then the next one's kind of W, like so. W1, W2, 0. And the idea is that, well, look, if these are in counterclockwise order, then these, look, the XY plane in R3, as seen from up here, is a lot like the XY plane. Namely that. So if they're counterclockwise here, then as seen from up here, these would appear to be counterclockwise. So geometrically, I'm just going to make the appeal that if those are counterclockwise, and one thing I can see sort of right off the bat is that this vector, comma, this vector, comma, E3 is in right-hand order. Just a geometric argument.
So that's all you have to do?
Yeah, that's all I wanted you to do here. Yeah, that's right.
So what if you asked us to prove it geometrically?
That's kind of a, prove geometrically is a little bit of an awkward term. Usually we like to prove things algebraically. And by the way, there's always the case that when you're proving something, proofs start with, there's a starting point, and then you get to a conclusion. So if you use, like we were talking about before we started the recording, if you use this as something that is seemingly very satisfying, and use it to prove some result, well, someone else might say, well, look, this result is clear, and so I can use this to then prove that. And there's this, geometric proofs tend to be a little undesirable for that reason. So this problem, number 16 here, CPD 16, I just wanted to make a geometric appeal that it's intuitively satisfying that this is a right-hand order. And then the last little bit is we needed to show, I needed this E3 to be at the front. And of course, I have a result from earlier in this section that you can sort of, permute these, cycle these vectors and rewrite this as E3, comma, V1, V2, 0, comma, W1, W2, 0. Also right-hand order. Right. Okay, let me stop this recording.